Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by hills, there was a bush that no one dared to enter. It grew thick at the edge of the forest, its thorns twisting like claws, and its leaves trembling even when there was no wind. The villagers called it Aaron's abomination, for anyone who tried to cross its shadows never returned the same. Children were warned never to go near it. Hunters circled wide around it. Even the bravest warriors, armed with charms and iron blades, refused to test its depths. The bush was said to whisper in many voices, some pleading, some laughing, some screaming, as though countless spirits were trapped inside. Those who listened too long would stumble back with wild eyes, raving about hands that reached from the branches. But there was one man who walked through it unharmed. His name was Oho, a blind man. He had lost his sight as a child when a fever burned his eyes. Because of this, he lived quietly, making baskets by touch, singing to himself as he worked. Though he could not see, he felt the world with sharper senses than others. The rustle of air, the vibration of footsteps, the pulse of trees. One evening, when a drought struck the village, Oho heard the villagers arguing about the bush. Inside it, they said, there was a hidden spring of clear water, but no one dared to fetch it. The elders shook their heads. Going into the bush was asking death to swallow you whole. Oho rose from where he sat, tapping the ground with his stick. "I will go," he said simply. The villagers gasped. Women clutched their children. Men muttered that he was inviting disaster. But Oho only smiled faintly. The bush preys on sight. It twists what the eyes see, but I have no eyes to give it. At dawn, he walked into the bush. The villagers stood far back, trembling. The whispers rose immediately, mocking voices, growls, shrieks. But Oho only tilted his head and kept moving, guided by sound and the cool thread of running water that tickled his ears. The thorns seemed to draw back from him. Where others would see shadows and illusions, Oho walked calmly, feeling only the texture of leaves and the roots underfoot. Hours passed. Then the blind man returned carrying a gourd brimming with cold, sweet water. The villagers rushed to him, astonished. The children drank first, then the elders, and joy rippled through the people. From that day the bush was still feared, but it was no longer untouchable, for Oho alone could enter it, the man who carried no eyes for the abomination to deceive. And so, in the village songs, they began to say, "The bush of horrors bows to the blind, for he walks by truth, not by sight." The people learned that what they feared might still hold mercy, and that blindness did not mean weakness, but a different kind of sight. Or what did you think about people that blind around you?